Indian Air Force to be in a state of top operational alert ahead and during the G20 Summit in New Delhi. India Today gets you the exclusive details of Indian Air Force's Operation Trishul coinciding with the G20 Summit. The exercises will be carried on from September 4 to 14 in the northern sector, including Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. The Eastern Theatre and Special Forces will also be part of the drills. All major fleets of fighter aircraft, including the Rafale, Mirage 2000 and the Su-30 MKIs, will be participating in the drills along with heavy transport aircraft and choppers, including the Chinooks and Apache. Now, I've been joined by my colleague Shiv from the newsroom. Shiv, give us more details about this huge exercise which will be carried out by...
Well, as you know, complex take many weeks to plan and many weeks to execute. There are a lot of moving parts. There is a great deal of detailing that goes into putting together a military exercise of this scale. And the Trishul exercise, by all accounts, is going to be a pretty extensive exercise. As India Today's Manjeet Negi has reported, the Air Force is going to be deploying almost all of its air assets, or at least airframes from all of its aircraft fleets at the border areas with China, whether it is Ladakh or J&K or Punjab or Himachal. It's going to be a big exercise. But let's never forget that there is a great deal of messaging also that happens. The G20 also isn't something that was decided just a few weeks ago. It's been a long time in the planning phase as well. The dates have been known for a long time as well. So the Indian Air Force deciding to put up this offensive combat war game, military drill, whatever you want to call it, at a time when all these countries are going to be in India. There's still suspense over Xi Jinping's attendance, despite what Reuters and others are reporting. There's no official confirmation. But assuming that even if he doesn't come, the fact is the psychological effect of a vast military exercise on the China border at a time when the India-China standoff continues to be the largest military standoff in the world at this point of time, sends out a huge message as far as a country that will do what it takes to defend itself against an unpredictable and an unsavory neighbor that continues to have territorial ambitions. This is a country, remember, that literally all other, many members of the G20 have problems with, whether it is, whether it is the United States, whether it is Canada, whether it is the United Kingdom. All of these countries have their own individual issues with China, but it is India that is fighting China face to face, diplomatically and of course militarily as well. So this exercise, Trishul, by the Indian Air Force is one element of a game that India, in my opinion, has been late to come to, but is obviously playing it really, really well and playing it in a hard-nosed fashion. Playing mind games, psychological operations, power projection, showing what the Indian Air Force is capable of, choosing to do it using air power, which the Indian Air Force and the Indian government know, India enjoys a huge advantage on, especially in eastern Ladakh. So all of these factors go into, the subtle and overt interplay between two countries that could very well be at war. Thankfully, that's a remote prospect, but this war game certainly goes a great distance in telling both China and the world that India is not just any other country.
Shiv, thank you so much for joining us and sharing all of those details.